All right, class, this will be our first virtual lesson. We are on lesson 2, Adjacent Angles of Unit 7. It will be that pink book that you should have in your possession. We are on page 15. A couple of things before we begin. Just remember some terms we had talked about in lesson 1, what they mean. Different type of angles. We talked about acute angles. Remember, acute angles are anything less than 90 degrees. We talked about an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is anything greater than 90 degrees. We talked about a right angle. Right angle is, of course, 90 degrees, and a straight angle or straight line. Anytime you hear straight angle or straight line, we're going to know that means automatically that is 180 degrees. So 2.1 here, estimating angle measures. Just a reminder, we are able to measure exactly using a protractor. You guys probably or may not have one in your possession, so we're just going to go ahead and estimate these. Just a reminder that if you do have one and you are able to get exact, you can extend the lines to help you be more accurate, so it extends past your protractor. You put your protractor right on the crosshairs here. Make sure we're lined up at 0, and then I can see that this one is exactly, here's 90. My line is going to the right, so my angle is exactly 80 degrees, and again, I know it's not 100 because it is clearly less than 90. So that one's done for us. We'll just kind of go through here and estimate them. Again, it says estimate, and make sure we label degrees. So the first one here, I'm going to say that's a right angle, so I'm going to put 90 degrees there. The third one there looks like it is more than 90, so maybe 5 degrees more, maybe 10 degrees more. I'm going to go with 95 degrees. Fourth one here is a line, so I'm going to call that one a 180. The middle one here looks to be just a little less than a straight angle, straight line, so maybe 175 degrees there. Angle PQR, now it looks like it is more than 180. Notice how it goes further than a straight line. So I'm going to call that one maybe 185 degrees. This one, remember 90 would be straight up. 180 would be a straight line. I would say it is over another 90, so it's over 270. So I'm going to call that one 275 degrees. And the third one, remember, complete circle is 360, just a little bit less than 360. How about 355? Again, it says estimate, so we don't need to be too exact there. On to the next page. Now it's a little activity here. I'm just going to kind of run you through what that is intending to show. It says draw a circle. We know a circle is 360, so a half a circle on a piece of paper here would demonstrate 180 degrees. So it just wants us to cut that any way possible. So I'm just going to cut all the way across here. And keeping in mind that a half a circle should add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to check this angle. I have the crosshairs on there, and I'm hoping you can see that. Maybe I'll put a little white piece of paper underneath there as well to help you see. And it looks to be pretty close to 70 degrees. Okay, maybe about 68 degrees. So we're going to call this one 68 degrees. So now, because they started off as a half a circle, 180 degrees, what do you think this one is going to measure? Remember, they are going to add up to 180 degrees. Hopefully you're thinking, well, what's 180 minus 68? That should be around 112 degrees. So let's check. So definitely more than 90. It's more than a right angle. Sorry about that. I need to move it over. I'm still learning here as well how this will work. And it looks like my line goes to the right. So here's 90, 100, 110, about a 111, 112. So we'll call 112 degrees. So 112 plus 68 makes a 180. And you'll find out a term for that here shortly. So go ahead and turn to page 17. We're going to continue with 2.3. And you notice two terms here we're going to learn about. Complementary and supplementary. It says use a protractor in the picture to find the measure of angle BCD and BCA. So A says BCA, so BCA. Hopefully you can tell that is an acute angle, so it should be less than 90. Using our protractor here. Here is 0 and 10, 20. It looks like that one is 30 degrees. And how about BCD? BCD makes a nice right angle, so that is 90 degrees. It says explain how to find the measure of an angle ACD without repositioning the protractor. So it's asking now about ACD, which is this angle right here. Okay, how can we get that without moving the protractor around? Okay, well, if BCD is 90 degrees, the whole thing is 90, and we know this one is 30, we should be able to predict what that angle is, because 30 plus something is 90. Okay, so how can you find it without repositioning? Those two angles have to add up to 90, so 30 plus what is 90? And that, of course, would be 60 degrees. So angle ACD, not B, angle ACD is 60 degrees. Okay, question 2. Use a protractor to find LOK. LOK. So again, less than 90 here. So I'm starting at 0, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36. Looks like 37 degrees. Hopefully you agree with that by looking in your book. And then it says LOM. Well, what do you notice about LOM? It's a line, also known as a straight angle, so that has to be 180 degrees. Part C, how can you find KOM? Okay, so we know this one's 37. It wants to know how we can figure out what this angle is. I'll just put an X because I don't know what it is. But I know the whole thing equals 180. So again, just like the other one, 37 plus something is 180 degrees. Makes a straight angle. So what's 180 minus 37? And you should end up with 143 degrees. Question 3. Angle BAC is a right angle. So there's the key. That means that you should know what it adds up to. Find the measure of angle CAD. So the whole thing, BAC, is 90 degrees. So that whole thing equals 90. And I know 64. So 64 plus what is 90? So 90 minus 64 is 26 degrees is your answer. All right, final question. Number 4 on page 19. Point O is on line RS. So again, line, there's your key. That's got to equal 180. Straight angle. Line and straight angle mean the same thing. Find the measure of SOP. So that's talking about this angle right here. So 76 plus what is 180? Again, if you can't see it, you can just simply subtract it. 180 minus 76 is 104 degrees. You can go ahead and write skip by the Are You Ready? We're going to skip that one today. We'll kind of go through those as time permits. And here are the two terms. Okay, on the summary on page 20. Any angles that add up to 90, okay, they're called complementary. And it gives us 3 examples. These two would be complementary because they add up to 90. These two would be complementary, they add up to 90. And even in a triangle, remember triangles equal 180 degrees, these two angles would be complementary. Why? Because they add up to they add up to 90 degrees. So complementary means 90 degrees. Supplementary means they add up to 180 degrees. So here's 125 and 55 add up to 180. 90 and 90, remember these boxes mean 90. that equals 180, and 152 and 28 equals 180 degrees. So those are all examples of supplementary angles. All right, so your homework, which you will, I'd like you to do page 21 and 22. It's 4 questions, and have it done by tomorrow. I'm obviously not going to be able to check everybody's homework, so I want this to be on your own so you are ready for the quizzes and tests coming up and the warm-up, so you have as many resources as possible. And I will again post a video of going through those. And if you have any questions, if we go online on Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 10:30 is a great time to ask, or put it in the discussion boards. But I'm certain you guys will be able to handle these questions, and if you do have anything that comes up, please just let me know, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care, guys.